great thrill for everybody to be here, and it's a project that we've been working on for about 4 months, and it's a sort of celebration of all things cricket, but also of Savile Row tailoring and all the St James's shoemakers and shirt makers, as well as the accessories. So it's really about classic men's dressing and sort of idyllic of life in the Lord's Pavilion, really.
And how long has it taken these guys to get ready today? Because earlier I was up there in the makeup room and it seemed to be an absolute hive of activity.
It was a little bit of mayhem. We've got to get 102 men through hair and makeup, and even though that might say, well, what kind of hair and makeup? They've bronzing powder, and some of the poor things have got foundation, so obviously for the cameras, and many have had their hair styled for different shows, so we had to calm it down and give them a more classic look for this show. For us, certainly, it's not only about the player, it's about the spectator, and sort of inspired by the members of the MCC and what kind of, how their experience of coming to watch the cricket here at the ground. And I think most people here, I think 99% obviously have never been in the pavilion. It's a great privilege, and everybody, as soon as they walk through the door, there's gasps of delight, and I'm sure they'll try and put their names down for membership, but I doubt that there's going to be any place.
Do you know how many of these models are interested in cricket or play cricket?
A good number. I think you'd be surprised. We did, when we were casting, we asked every single model if they played cricket, and also we've got a rare privilege. Members of the junior MCC team are modelling today, and we've even got one of your players who's 6'10", and we managed to get him dressed for today. So there are real legitimate cricket players, and there are a lot of enthusiasts.
Quite amazing, to be honest. I'm actually injured, so we had a game today, but we're not playing. So got told we have to turn up for this fashion shoot. So we just turned up. It's a good banter, to be honest, with the boys.
What was it like getting your hair and makeup done up in the committee room?
It was really awkward. Getting girls touch you up a bit on your face. So it was a different, weird experience for me. I would say that.
What kind of things did they say to you? Did they say side parting or this kind of stuff?
Not much in the makeup bit, but when they were doing my hair, they were like, okay, what do you want to do? I normally do spiked hair, so they were like, okay, we have to do partings, and I was like, oh god, we'll have to just get on with it.
For a cricketer, you're basically kind of going out in your normal clothing, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. We don't feel different apart from the makeup. Everything's the same.
And what's it like being sitting here this afternoon, sort of posing for the great and good of the fashion world?
Pretty boring. We just sit down, people are coming, taking pictures and that. We would rather be playing, all of us here. We are 6 of us here today, so we'd rather be playing cricket, to be honest.
When I started a little label just after I left fashion college, I had my launch in a cricket pavilion. It wasn't as grand as Lord's, but it was the 18th century pavilion at Windsor Square for Westminster, and I was sort of trying to capture an old school English sports vibe, which they're doing absolutely brilliantly here.
But today, what we have at Lord's Pavilion, is that really, what a lot of fashion people imagine to be quintessentially English?
Absolutely, and it's probably closer to their imaginations of what is English than reality. You don't see many people in the pavilion dressed like this, do you? But the Italians and the French and the Spanish, they all dress like the English, so they might not know that there are 6 balls in and over, and they certainly wouldn't know what the 12th man was, but they'd be very familiar with the cricket cable knit jumper.
Summer dressing. It's dressing when you're not wearing a suit for work, and that's really what we wanted to show here today. It's English summer, men having a good time, and since coming here, I can't think of anywhere that I would rather be as a man, and now also obviously as a woman, than spending time in this pavilion, because everybody's so friendly and the atmosphere is just so fabulous.